We're at TVLine's Comic-Con studio, presented by ZTE, with Wentworth Miller, Prison Break, and Legends of Tomorrow. Welcome.
Thank you.
So we're here to talk about Prison Break. You pretty much made this happen.
Me and Dom.
You and Dom.
Yeah, me and Dom and Fox.
Okay, right. But it started with you and Dom, essentially, didn't it? Like, you guys said, we want to do this.
We, Dominic and I hadn't seen each other for 5 years since the original series ended, and then we were reunited on the set of The Flash, playing completely different characters. We'd kept in touch via email, but this was the first time kind of in each other's presence. And we started reminiscing, and out of that conversation came this idea, well, what if there's more story to tell as far as Prison Break? And then we took that idea to Fox, and it turns out they'd been having a similar conversation. And they were doing the 24 reboot and the XFiles reboot, so the timing was right. And within a year and a half, all the pieces came together. It was like magic.
You were never like, oh, but Michael's dead.
The question has come up in a couple of interviews here at Comic-Con is, why is Prison Break here at Comic-Con? And the answer I've come up with for myself is that we've always kind of been comic book-like. You're meant to take it seriously, and we play all the emotional arcs seriously, but there's a comic book quality to the story, and it allows us to kind of maneuver in a way that, like, Mad Men, for example, would not be able to. Mm-hmm. And so I thought there was a way to bring my character back that would be cool and unexpected and kind of justified given the story we've been telling all along. And
now that you've shot it, and you are confident that audiences will buy into whatever story you sell them on how he survived.
I am. If they don't, then that's on Paul Scheuring.
And what was it like just being reunited with this group again?
Emotional. It was less like a family reunion, more like a high school reunion, you know. It was a very, for me especially, intense time, personally and professionally. The show is kind of what put me on the map, and a lot of things came along with it. So to be reunited with Sarah and Robert and Rockmond, it brought all of that back, and it fed our acting. It fed our scenes together. I didn't have to reach for emotionality. It was there.
What can you say about the Michael-Sarah relationship in these new episodes? Because she's married.
She's married. She's moved on. She's raising our son.
And she gets ripped out of that happy existence back into your world. Is there still a connection there? I mean, clearly she's going to be drawn to you if she's going to leave this world.
There is a connection. That's never gone away. Sarah has moved on with her life to the best of her abilities. Michael, in a way, has not. He's been elsewhere for 7 years, up to various things, but Sarah is still his kind of emotional bullseye. And the reboot, these 9 episodes, it's about his attempt to return home to Sarah and to the son that he's never met. The question is, once he gets there, will she even recognize him? You know, is he still the man that she fell in love with? Because he's been up to some dark things and has walked some shady roads. So my question is, and I think it's an interesting one, it was interesting to play, does Michael deserve a happy ending? Is that justified? Does he deserve that reunion with Sarah that he is craving, and that I think the fans are looking forward to?
Is it fair to say Michael does not die at the end of episode 9? You've learned your lesson there.
Not in the ways that he's died before.
Okay. But are you looking at this potentially becoming an ongoing franchise in much the same way that the X-Files is most likely going to continue to come back every couple years for Fox?
Maybe. I think that the appreciation for this universe and these characters, I think that's there. I think our audience has never really gone away. It feels very present tense, that appetite for the show and for another chapter. But it's about telling a good story well. So if we can't come up with a great hook, a reason to be, then I don't think we should do it, because the whole point of the reboot was to give the fans something else to enjoy, and we all worked really hard to make sure that it was something that could stand alongside what came before.